stepmother demanded I pay rent for living in my own house, while her kids lived there for free. When I refused, she tried to get my dad to kick me out. But when I revealed the truth about who actually owns the house, everything changed. I've lived with my dad for as long as I can remember. Mom died when I was really young, I was barely 4 years old. The house we lived in belonged to my grandparents, Mom's parents. After Mom died, Dad didn't date for a long time. Sure, there were a few women here and there when I was around 12, but nothing serious. Just coffee dates and occasional dinners out, while I stayed with a babysitter. None of them ever came to our house, and Dad never seemed particularly excited about any of them. Everything changed when I turned 14. By then both my grandparents had passed away too, and it was just Dad and me in that big house. That's when he met Sandra. "Ruby honey, I want you to meet someone special," Dad said one evening. He had this nervous smile on his face that I'd never seen before. "This is Sandra." Sandra was tall and elegant, with perfectly styled blonde hair and manicured nails. But what caught my attention were the two people standing behind her. "These are my children," Sandra said with a practiced smile. "James is in his first year of college, and this is Melissa. She's 16. James barely looked at me, too busy texting on his phone. Melissa though, she made eye contact all right. Later that same day she cornered me in the kitchen. "Look," she said crossing her arms. "Just because our parents are dating, doesn't make us sisters or friends or whatever. Let's keep our distance, okay?" Things moved fast after that. Within 6 months, Dad and Sandra were married, and they all moved into our house. It was weird how quickly our spacious home suddenly felt cramped. James took over the guest room, Melissa got the study that we converted into a bedroom, and Sandra's stuff seemed to multiply overnight, filling every available space. The bathroom situation became a nightmare. Either Sandra was in there doing her hour-long beauty routine, or Melissa was hogging it for her endless selfie sessions. I started waking up an hour earlier, just to make sure I could shower before school. But I didn't complain. Not when I saw how Dad's face lit up every time Sandra walked into the room, not when he started humming while making breakfast, or when he actually started leaving work on time to have dinner with all of us. He was happy, really genuinely happy, for the first time since Mom died. Everything changed when Dad got his big promotion. He came home one evening, practically bouncing with excitement, his tie loose around his neck and a huge grin on his face. "Regional Sales Director," he announced during dinner. Can you believe it? Sandra immediately started talking about buying a new car and renovating the kitchen, but I was stuck on the part where Dad mentioned extensive travel. Turned out, extensive meant he'd be gone for weeks at a time, sometimes even a month. The first time Dad left for a business trip, the change in Sandra was like a switch being flipped. The moment his car pulled out of the driveway, she turned to me with this look I'd never seen before. "Ruby," she said, her voice stern, "we need to establish some ground rules while your father is away." Those ground rules turned out to be a long list of chores and restrictions. I had to be home by 4:30 p.m. sharp, no exceptions, not even for study groups or school activities. "But I have volleyball practice on Thursdays," I protested. "Then you'll have to quit," Sandra replied without missing a beat. "Someone needs to help with dinner and housework." The first few days were rough. I'd rush home